actually, just bring us up to date. Just some suggestion that the referee in that last little bit before the first kick.
I've lost you.
Sorry, 80 minutes just before the turnover. Before you got the turnover, that the referee put his arm out to signal an advantage to the Brumbies. That there was a suggestion of a penalty, and then put his arm back down. Did you hear anything about that on the field?
No. I do know that there was no siren though.
Yeah, so you passed.
Well, I was about to kick it out. And I thought it was 80 and there was no siren, and someone yelled it wasn't 80, so I was like, ugh, threw it, and then we obviously saw it was. So.
Philip didn't know. He just thought.
No, we looked. I looked and saw it was 80, but then there was no siren, and there was chat that it wasn't. So that was a bit of a.
Is that like a big topic after the game? Because it's a pretty epic game.
Marty just mentioned it after. No, it's not a big thing, but Marty just mentioned it. And when I just looked back into the footage, so just before the turnover, Nick Berry does kind of go
to our side, our way, or theirs?
No, theirs. And the commentators say, "Oh, penalty. It's a penalty, is it? Oh no, red's ball."
You didn't hear him call it.
If anything, I thought it would have been our way. We were on the ball a couple of times there, but I didn't see that.
You probably.
Angus Scott Young on the ball gets penalised. It's an interesting game.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because he was quizzing the penalty count tonight himself. McCullough thinking that they probably were a bit hard done by as well. So.
They were.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I just think, I don't have a comment on that. I just thought it was a great game between two worthy teams, and there's just positives about that game. So massive respect to the Brumbies. That's probably my comment. They came in, they left it all out there, and it was challenged us, and obviously so proud of the guys in the maroon jerseys. It's always tight between the two teams, but just to have 20,000 people there, quite a large crowd, and just to put into the maroon jersey what people have always, you think of Origin, you think of those last minute, never say die efforts, and I was really proud of the guys. But I thought just the game for the two teams going at it, 1 and 2, the two top teams, it was just good for rugby in Australia. It's important, the Brumbies and us, and that we're competing that way, and it's just a good thing for the game, and more of it.
That 5 minutes of defence after you went ahead there, what was that like to sit there and watch them scramble, not give away that penalty as well? It's pretty stuff.
You sort of just, it's funny, I can feel myself sometimes moving, I'm taking hit-ups and I'm making tackles. It's just, when the guys, when I watch us, at some stage, I think we're down by about 9 points tonight, or initially we were down 12 points.
12,
I just know with the guys, they won't go away. I never sit there and go, it's just gonna blow out or whatever. They just don't. They don't know how to do that, and it's such a great quality. And when it gets down to that time, the guys have developed into a team that just is. I have faith in them that they will get the job done. And if they don't, then credit to the opposition. But I just know the guys will be in it, and they'll do what they need to do to get it done, and they did that tonight. And obviously James took that pressure kick, but a lot of other guys were doing lots of different things as well. It's just a team, isn't it? Yeah. The finishers again, they come on. I think it's a strength for our team. I feel it's a strength that we have is that 23, those finishers. Every time they've sort of added on to all the good work that's already been done.
Probably a risk, wasn't it, to bring Josh in straight into the side, and then even with your subs late, like you took a lot of experience off in the last 10. That's big calls.
Josh Fleet, we just have a high opinion of him. You're talking about, and we just have a high opinion of him. And he got some time last year, and he did his job. And you're not forgetting we're down Hunter, we're down Sully, different guys like that. But to see Kalani go on there, I think he may still be 18. I think he turns 19 this month, or he may have turned 19. But he's a special player, And, so to see him close out that game, to take good options, his pass accuracy, just to thrive in those conditions, I think you got a special player there that you're going to see a lot of in the years to come.
Hunter's calf, no good, right?
There's Soleus. It's not like when you get a calf, you get a pull. Soleus, they sort of grow on you and get sore. And he could have played tonight if it was, I guess grand final or something. But we just thought it was best just to, he's an important guy in our team, and we backed Fluky, and look what he did, So
James, that second last penalty you took, about the 68th minute, I think, or so, they got you within 1 point. Was it a little bit of deja vu from the last time you played the Brumbies? You guys were just so calm. You kind of knew you had time. You knew you just needed that kick to get close, and did you just have that belief that you could play it out?
Exactly what Brad said. Complete faith in the guys, and that is one thing we've improved on from last year. Is all the games this year, there's been a lot that have been tight, but we do find a way to win, and we have complete trust that we will get the job done. And I think credit to the Brumbies. That's 2 times we played them this year where it could have gone either way, and it was brutal. They came out firing, and they're really physical tonight, and they put the pressure on us. And I thought it was a great contest. It really came down to it. But in terms of that, we just build into it. Just build into the game. We got the engine going. I thought our tight 5 again were excellent. In regards to my game, we spoke about, I guess, getting that last kick, but there was a couple that I wasn't happy with around the park where I didn't alleviate pressure tonight as well as we could have. So it was a big effort by the tighties to really win some of those up front battles, and then some of our outside backs. And in particular, Josh Fluke, he was really clinical tonight. There's some big moments where he carried well, took the right option, and credit to the guys. It was a team performance, and we really just stuck to the plan, and got the win.
Brad, Jordy Pataia too. He's playing on the wing there, but he's been so much talk about his potential as a playmaker, and that 50-22 was a real moment in the game.
Yeah, just to see it. Mackay was next to me, and we both, saw the space there. And as Jimmy said, long right, and Geordie, execute kick, sees it, delivers it, and obviously the high ball take, just soared. And, I guess with Jock and Bryce and Geordie, it's like having 3 fullbacks. They can all high ball catch, they can all kick. It's something that is valuable, I think.
So valuable.
We've got some probably headaches in the next couple of weeks, good ones, but if you go back 4 years ago when you took on this team and you
trying to scratch a team together,
to have that depth now where you've got some real tough decisions about guys to play and blokes coming back, what's that like?
Obviously good, and it's just so much hard work has gone into that. And that first year, John O'Lance, we got him in January. We're lucky he was at the Rebels. Somehow we got him involved. He did it wonderful. Some of those guys in that first year, they're not forgotten what they did. Some of those guys that held the fort, I call it, and they did that because they had a whole big 19-year-olds with 0 games out there next to them. And So yeah, very rewarding to I guess to put that effort in over those years and to see that depth, which is so important if you want to be a consistently strong team. You need to have that depth because there will be injuries, or it keeps an honesty in the team of you got to keep your form. It's healthy, So so it's in a good space, and I think everyone has always known that Queensland supplies a lot of talent. 40% is, I think, when I first came here, they told me 40% of Super Rugby players in Australia are from Queensland. So you invest in them, and believe in them, and they get connected to the state and that maroon jersey and to each other. There's bound to be some benefit down the track, and I feel like we're getting some of that.
I just wanted to say one more thing on Geordie Bataille, like that kick. People don't realise like how much work he's actually put into that.
Dave's always there.
Yeah, and well, that's the one thing is Geordie's actually outside of training. He's doing 3 sessions a week with Dave. He's putting the time in. Same with Hunter and same with a lot of the backs. Like guys really taking it on themselves to improve, and that's sort of one thing we sort of pride ourselves on. We have, we've got training, then there's extras, and there's gone that step beyond. And like I just wanted to mention Geordie in particular because he's really stepped up this year. He's seen somewhere in his game that he could improve, and you saw that tonight. Like what I've seen with him on the training paddy, he's pumping 60-metre kicks. I can't wait till he gets that chance to be able to do that more often. You saw that tonight.
There's another incident. Noel was lining up a conversion kick, which he ultimately made, but Geordie was there on the line and down like a sprinter, about to start, like to run at it, where probably wasn't going to have much of a chance to get out to where he was and have an influence. But are they the little things that you look at?
Yeah. What James is saying, you have the program and you have 30, 40 odd players and staff, and you're trying to get the most out of that, but every club's got their program, so it's the things you do extra is where your team gets to. If the guys are show initiative, right, I want to work on my line out, I want to work on my kicking or whatever, it's what you do around that. It's just like going to university or school, it's what you do extra. Everyone, there's going to be the weekly thing, the people that, if you can get a group of people to have that initiative and that just want to get better, it's what you do around that, and you're seeing benefit with the kickers, you're seeing benefit with a whole heap of guys, nines with their passing, different, a whole heap of things. So, it's a good space. It's good to see the end of training and the field's teeming with, you guys have been there, there's field's full of players working on different extra skills and stuff. It wasn't really here when we started, so it needed to, the good teams, that's what it is, it's there, and the guys want to get better at their stuff, and the cool thing is they do it together, they work together, and there's a good result there.
Yeah. Do you reckon Geordie's is he a winger? Do you think?
I think Geordie is a very good winger. I think he's a very good 13. Also, I think he could be a very good 15. So I think Geordie came in, did a pre-season that first year, and I said when he turns 18, he was 17. I want to know when he turns 18. Paul Crosser says I think it's March or something. Has Geordie turned 18 yet? Yep. Okay, I want him on the bench against, it was the Brumbies. He came on for 30 minutes. And then the next week, I want him to start. And if you remember that year, he was killing it. And he should have been one of the, I think he got injured before he got to be a Wallaby, but he's a special talent. And he's, it's what's cool is to see him have back-to-back games. Because it's been a frustrating couple of years, with injuries. So.
Just that ruthless mindset as well tonight.
You want him out on that park, whatever jersey, really.
Do you reckon he needs consistency in one spot? Because he might, he played on the wing for a couple of weeks now. He's got a few times in the centres. Is that on your mind?
He's played for Australia at 13. he's done very well for us there, but done very well at on the wing, and I reckon he'd do really well at the back as well. So I just think he's one of those special guys they're just good, and they used to have a saying, there was a move in the All Blacks, pass the ball to Jonah, because he's good. Good move, eh? Don't you reckon that's a good move?
I love that move. Love that move with Geordie.
So, Geordie, you give him the ball, if you give it to a reasonable footy to him, he can beat defenders, or you put a kick up in the air, good chance he'll come down with it. And like as we said, isn't it great to see him developing his game with his kicking? And it hasn't come by chance, it's come through hard work and working with good people.
Yeah. And you see that as well, like everyone talks about his attack, but did you see him tonight in D? Some brutal hits and just
he's very physical.
Really stopped their momentum and really changed the game a couple times. So it's awesome to see like him and other guys sort of developing as well. It's a great culture.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh.
Beauty.
Thanks, Doug.
Thank you.